Okay, today I'm going to do a review on a bicycling helmet. I was looking for reviews on this and I couldn't find any, which means that I probably should do a review because it could help someone else. Decathlon Van Rysel FCR, and it looks like to be a arrow shape, as you can tell. Bulbous here and then teardrop to the back. We have this foam, which they clear coat, basically clear coated everything. All these stickers are sealed in, so if you don't like this Decathlon here, the budget sports department store, it's stuck on there. Everything's sealed. Love the way the rear looks, kind of like a supercar sports car design, but of course all for function. This is made to be aero. We have the MIPS safety feature inside here, but it's not like the traditional one that you would find. Grab another helmet. I have my MIPS Rivale also with the MIPS, and it's totally different. So this one has like a shell in there. This shell is meant to shift in the event of an accident, so your helmet doesn't shift upon impact. But as you can see, this is different. It's more of a sticker. No, it's more of a padding based. If you look in the padding, there's actually these very slippery surface points on it. So I suppose the way they made it is that when the Velcro which is holding this in, you can hear it, that's gonna break, and this clear part will allow it to slide. So basically the padding will be on your head and it'll be able to slide while you're still protecting your head. So it looks like a much more efficient, I guess, or cheaper way. It could be you can just say it's maybe a cost-cutting way for them to do the MIPS, the protocol, there's design. So they say pattern safety system, low friction layer, as I shown. It all has that slippery, shiny part underneath under the padding. And they will say that this system is lighter than before with air flowing through your helmet. Maximum ventilation and minimum weight. So yeah, of course it's gonna be lighter. Lighter to use this style because there's no extra plastic layer in between. And they say for better ventilation, I'm not really sure. You know, I guess you can argue that because there's no shell that would block air. But one of my argument about that is that when you have hair, like most of us do, your hair actually gets into the ventilation gaps, and that will block the intended design of the way they designed the aerodynamics and the ventilation through whatever wind tunnel or testing they do. So actually, it's most ideal that you're wearing a cycling cap or have a bald head so that your hair is not jamming into that space. But so what I want to say is that like the original MIPS design, if you can see, has like this plastic here, right? So that's meant to shift around. That's meant to keep on your head while the outer layer is shifting. And I would argue that this part is actually keeping your hair from getting into that gap, which may allow more air to flow through. So I guess it depends on what you think. If you think that this or that will have more airflow, but I'm not sure about that marketing. But I would say that this design definitely has a nice deep, as you can see, deep channel. So they made a nice bulbous compared to some other helmet I have, so that you can have the space in. So that's good. As you can tell from this front center channel, it's meant to have the air flow through here, and it has a huge intake here. This is actually quite big. Just compare it back to this. Look how narrow this is. Look how wide that is. So this is really meant to scoop the air into this space and then accelerate it through this space. And then that will also probably, the air will come into here. It might create a negative effect. All that rammed air into here will create a negative pressure, which will suck.
That's what she said.
Suck air through. So very good cooling, as you can tell from this design. Even though it's a aerodynamic helmet, it looks like they're trying to maximize cooling. And so let's look at the side here. This is just plastic actually, so it's quite thin over here, as you can see right here. So it's meant to go inside here and come through here. So we have the channel in this front, on the front left. This is meant to go to here. We have that channel where the sunglasses go here, and that's also meant to go through here and into the rear channel. So this is definitely the top that has all the flow going through here. These two side channel, everything is functional to have the maximum airflow for cooling down. If you understand like performance in cycling, I definitely read a couple of books on different things, and they always talk about how you train, your nutrition, and heating as well, heat management. And usually professionals, they'll, as they're warming up on the bikes, they'll actually wear like ice vests, ice pack vests, keep the body temperature cool, because actually heat is a big factor. And I live in tropical Singapore. You get 90 degrees Fahrenheit, around 80 to 90% humidity. So it's very very taxing on the body, and then so having something that has a good ventilation is a must, especially if you're looking for performance. So maybe that's why this was introduced to this market. Actually, I couldn't find the RCR. RCR is probably the better design for tropical weather than this FCR, but this is meant for performance. It's an aerodynamic helmet. Okay, so it's a very simple design. This is just one piece that you can Velcro in, that you can pull out to clean if you want, and it offers as the padding and also their MIPS. I'm not really like a proponent that I have to have MIPS. I think a lot of people have the Casque Protone helmet, and I would argue that's probably one of the best designs ever for a helmet. A lot of good vents in it, and nice aero design, nice good all-around design. That's why it's so popular. So that doesn't have MIPS, so I think that whether you need it or not, that's, I guess, up to you. Now we have a ratchet design, traditional, nothing special. My favorite for sure. I'm gonna bring out another helmet. This one is a HJC Furion. This is actually an aerodynamic helmet as well, but I guess not an aero helmet, not like a TT, but it's definitely an aero style helmet. So the air is meant to go through here, and then differently, they actually have it not as a scoop, but it's as almost like an exhaust in the back. So it's meant to speed up the air through here and probably pull the air out here. And then if you look at the side, also not meant to scoop the air in the helmet, but to pass through here to here as fast as possible and suck air out here. As you notice here, the channels are not deep at all. Your hair is definitely going to block all this. This is definitely not a channel that's going to be functional. This is not going to be functional. So this, you can see the difference. And this is sort of an aero helmet by design, but this actually has poor heat dissipation because of that. Not much vents on the top either. So out of the 3 helmets I used to have a Casque Protone, but I retired that one. It's still probably one of the best helmets out there. This one definitely has a lot of vents. When you're looking for a helmet, you're looking for performance, maybe you're looking for the heat, like I mentioned, either heat dissipation or the aero design. And it depends on the style or whatever you're doing, because if you're doing hill climbing, you're just not going to have the speed. So actually vents matter more exposed area of your head, that matters more than the aero. So if you're looking to go more around 50 kilometers an hour, so if you're a roadie, this makes sense. I think if you're a all-arounder, if you're a person who's more recreational and you're doing more around 30 kilometers per hour, I honestly think the RCR is probably a better design, especially if you're in tropical weather. So this definitely has more vents on it. I think the RCR, if you look at it, it's pretty much a copy of similarly. It's definitely taking cues from the Casque Protone, which is one of the best designs. So I think if you're more a casual user, RCR is where it is. I couldn't find it. I don't think they sell it here for some reason. Maybe I can find it later and I'll probably buy it. But this is the FCR. So if you're doing more speed, this is your helmet. So definitely this one is more teardrop. This is like a normal helmet would be ending here, but you have all this extra aerodynamic space. And that also means that you will have some actually weight penalties. This is a size large. I have a big fat Asian head. So this fits well. I have Asian heads tend to be more round, especially compared to Caucasian, which has a more narrow. And we are looking at weight is 342. So 342. I'm actually not too sensitive on the weight much. It's 261 for this. So something like this would be good aero, much lighter, but the heat dissipation is not that great. So I would say this is more for people who are doing spring or fall type of weather, or people who have encountered a lot of rain or bugs, because it's not a lot of open space in here. Okay, and then this actually has, I might as well talk a little bit about this. Very simple design, very simple, only one cushion here, easy to clean, and then just this cap here, try to keep this channel open for the air. I don't think the airflow is going to come through here, it will go through the middle, so not much airflow. And they have their unique system, which is like a springing device, which is meant to keep a constant tension on your helmet. We have different notches you can put in, so it can have a constant, so you can adjust the tension chin level on your head. The reason I don't like this, I would say I almost hate it, actually. I almost feel like I'm going to sell this. It's because I like to adjust the dial. Sometimes I just want to loosen the dial. You're at a red light and you just want to loosen it or retighten it, or you're not going really fast and you want to keep it a little bit looser. So actually having the dial gives you more of a Goldilocks effect. This has a constant tension no matter what, and I have found when I was using this helmet that it's either like too tight, I feel, or that I can feel it sliding down as if you lean your head forward a bit, it'll slide down to your sunglasses. So it's actually not my most ideal. I think some people still love this. I see those guys on the Near show use this one, and I bought it because I just wanted something different from the Protoni, but actually all it does is remind me how good the cast Protoni is. And then this one is more traditional, the clicking. I still think this is the best design. And what's awful about this MIPS Rivale is just so many pads. It's such a pain in the butt to clean something like this. I probably wouldn't bother just taking these out and just clean it without removing them. But yeah, quality is really great on this, but it's more rounded shape. It's not as aero as the other ones. Let me get the weight of this one as well, so you get an idea how heavy you can tell that the FCR is quite heavy with its weight, 342. So this one's 267. So you can imagine that most helmets, these are all large size. Most helmets are around the 200, less than 300 range, and this FCR, we're at 342, mid 300 range. So there is a despite their lightweight MIPS, it's still a weight penalty. I guess you can make it up through Aero. So let me just go over one more feature of this helmet, and that is the fidlock. So that's nice. I don't have to live with a fidlock. The way you use it is you slide it, so it's actually super easy to clip on and it won't come out. And all of these are adjustable, as you can see. So if you need to adjust for your ear, just slide it. A lot of helmets I find I don't even have to adjust anything of it. I just have to put it on my head and just twist it. Yeah, so I never found myself adjusting like the straps or anything like that. So it comes pretty good stock for I guess the average human being, male. Okay, so yeah, this goes between 59 and 62. Obviously, if you get the smaller size, it will be lighter. But yeah, I'm more interested in this replacing my HJC, replacing this helmet, because as a more aero helmet, because this one has poor, in my opinion, has poor ventilation. Yeah, I hope my Decathlon has the RCR. I hope did I mention that comes with a helmet bag? That's nice. So it's very premium. I love the design. I just hope the local Decathlon comes out with the RCR, because I wouldn't mind having the kind of like a Protoni copy, that kind of style, more all-arounder, in the event that I want to use a more recreational ride. And this will be more of a ride that you want a little bit more performance. You're looking for more high speed. I'm on the road with other people. This is the type of helmet that I would use. Quality's good. Is that slightly off? I can't complain. Price, 150 Singapore dollars, is an absolute steal at that price with all the quality. We have MIPS, we have fidlock. This is all finished nicely. Everything's clear coated. This is the foam clear coat. I love the way this charcoal colorway in the center breaks the look of it. So this will ride like a big old penis mushroom head on your head, right? And but they'll help break up the look so it doesn't look so bulbous on your head. I still think it's kind of cool looking. I love the way they have this kind of back part of it. It's a more flatter. It's actually right. Damn, white is really hard with my camera setup, but this is actually HJC's more flatter. It feels like flatter and wider. They didn't do the channels deeply on this. This one fits very well. It's a really great fitting helmet. I think this is a great all-around helmet as well. Obviously safe with the MIPS. So in terms of price, this is, I paid around 200 Singapore dollars, I think, on sale. HJC Furion, I paid 180, I think. No MIPS on that. The poor man's MIPS on the Van Rysel Decathlon. 150 bucks. What a steal. What a steal at that price. And I think even the RCR is much cheaper than that. Anyway, very cool. Awesome. Awesome helmet, and awesome looking helmet as well. Very good, Decathlon. Anyway, that's it. Just to throw a bone out there, because I couldn't find much reviews on this. So maybe it can help someone out. Okay, thanks for watching.